What happens when two countries known for their fierce competition decide to secretly collaborate on AI? Despite the constant fiery rhetoric between the US and China, there's a surprising, under-the-radar partnership brewing. Both countries have extended research agreements and continued AI partnerships, even as tensions rise. How come no one knows about this agreement? Let's dive into the fascinating hidden AI ties between the US and China. Even though the US and China are locked in an intense geopolitical and technology rivalry, they have quietly been working together on AI research. This unusual situation involves both countries cooperating significantly, even though leaders from each side warn against collaborating to avoid giving the other an advantage. Geopolitical tensions have caused policies that restrict partnerships, but the exchange of talent and joint research continues. Researchers from both nations keep producing joint AI papers, often at major conferences like the Conference on Neural Information Processing Systems and the International Conference on Machine Learning. These collaborative efforts have led to more significant innovations than if they had worked separately. The number of joint papers has risen significantly since the year 2000, showing the persistence of scientific cooperation. This ongoing collaboration suggests that encouraging cross-border research may be more beneficial than trying to stop it, despite both the US and Chinese governments' reservations about working together on anything. That's what makes an unknown agreement between the two countries so fascinating. Late last year, the US and China quietly renewed the Science and Technology Agreement, or STA, a research agreement that had become controversial due to obvious growing tensions between the two countries. Although the STA had been in place for years, it has drawn more attention as the two countries' rivalry has increased. The agreement, which the White House has chosen to renew every 5 years since 1979, allows cooperation in various scientific fields despite the strained relationship between the nations. However, the latest renewal has sparked debates. Some critics worry that such collaboration might strengthen a competitor that might become an enemy in a future war. Supporters of the agreement argue that the benefits of working together in science outweigh the risks. They highlight past achievements in areas like atmospheric science and agricultural research as proof of the agreement's positive impact. Though the renewed agreement is more limited now, it still focuses on basic scientific research between government agencies. This approach aims to maintain scientific cooperation in areas like earthquake monitoring, healthcare, air quality, and agricultural management, all of which involve AI, while avoiding issues more closely related to national security. Many US-China analysts believe that continuing to work together on AI, however limited, will bring benefits to both countries. They stress that collaboration can lead to new ideas and improvements, making both nations more competitive. Despite political tensions, these experts think that combining the knowledge and skills of both countries will help drive technological progress. They also point to past examples where joint research in AI led to success for both countries. The analysts argue that working together is important for dealing with the ethical, social, and legal challenges that come with AI development. They believe international cooperation is necessary to make sure AI is used for good. Cooperation will also help both countries share knowledge and build their skills to keep up with the fast changes in AI technology. They believe that working together can help solve global issues like healthcare, transportation, and environmental sustainability by using AI-driven solutions. Supporters of the STA believe that the US and China can both compete with each other and work together on AI. This unique relationship allows both countries to make the most of their strengths in AI research and development, leading to progress that might not be achievable alone. Although they are in a race to advance AI, both nations agree on the need to establish strong safety standards to manage the risks that come with advanced AI systems. This shared understanding has sparked discussions about how to handle AI risks and governance, aiming to create rules for responsible AI use. In May 2024, the US and China held their first official AI discussion in Geneva, where they talked about concerns and shared their own AI management approaches. Later that year, Joe Biden and Xi Jinping discussed AI safety in their final meeting. But with Donald Trump now in charge, will he even allow this modest AI partnership to continue? One sign that both countries may end up cooperating less in the future is that the number of U.S. students studying in China has dropped sharply, falling from about 11,000 in 2019 to roughly 800 in 2024. This decrease is mainly due to rising tensions between the countries and the ongoing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. At the same time, fewer Chinese students are studying in the U.S. The number of Chinese students in the U.S. has fallen from a high of 373,000 in 2019 to 277,000 in 2024. The number is certainly lower now, given the Trump administration's more stringent restrictions. This decline in academic exchanges has serious consequences for both countries' scientific fields. Educational exchanges have traditionally helped promote cultural dialogue and long-term professional relationships. With fewer opportunities for these interactions, there is a risk of growing misunderstandings which could worsen geopolitical tensions. Less bilateral academic engagement could diminish the role of the scientific community to help governments navigate these tricky situations. Outside of the science world, the decrease in student exchanges between the U.S. and China is affecting how well the two countries understand each other. Opportunities for cultural and academic learning are becoming rarer. As a result, there are fewer experts who have personal experience in other countries, which creates a gap in mutual understanding. The decline in exchanges risks weakening respect and understanding, which some analysts believe will only exacerbate political tensions. Additionally, the reduction in exchanges affects the development of important skills such as language proficiency and cultural knowledge. These skills are vital for effective diplomacy and international cooperation, and for national security purposes, if the U.S. wishes to understand China better to gain an advantage in the long-term tech competition. Will fewer Americans having personal and professional experience in China undermine those efforts? Today's tensions between the U.S. and China mean that the formal scientific partnership between the two countries may not be utilized very much, if at all. It certainly doesn't seem like the Trump administration is interested in that objective. If that's the case, how will the U.S. better understand China, even if only to try to outmaneuver it? Even if the U.S. wants to avoid giving a technological advantage to China for national security reasons, there are other national security reasons to keep bilateral scientific channels open to better understand what's happening in China. It's a dilemma that the U.S. will have to figure out in the years ahead. Will the U.S. and China actually leverage their scientific partnership to greater effect? Will tensions become so great that this partnership becomes irrelevant or even a liability? What do you think? Should we be concerned or optimistic about both countries' ability to manage AI cooperation and competition? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.